I want to challenge all the old people that are in the house, that when you don't take your place as old people in the community, the spirit is not limited with you. It has tendencies of bypassing you and then come out through the grandchildren who might be far much younger than you, but they may just start teaching you what you have neglected and forgotten to do. I say so because I want to say to all of you, don't be suspicious when young people of our age are beginning to assume roles that the old people in the communities should have been doing. The time is moving fast, and I think there is a movement around the continent. There's a new spirit that is in the air. We are not on billboards. We are not anywhere. But you cannot talk to 5 people and the 6th one will not remind you what is happening in the African space. And if you are fast asleep, you may just think it's something happening. But I want to start off my conversation this afternoon by sharing with you some deep, fundamental thoughts that I've had in my private reflections. Culture is business. And he who is able to temper around with your culture can temper around with your economy. Because by convincing you that your culture is evil, you will not walk on the street without dressing, listening, eating, behaving the other culture. And for you to access that culture, you are going to pay for it. So for those of you who are educated, allow me to give you in a language you'll understand. Colonialism needs the colonizer to support the colonial project. I'm summing up what the elder was saying. That we are talking business, but that business is actually supported by 68, if not 90% black people who are still complaining about colonialism. But they take every dime they have and they still support the system that is colonizing them. Is this not true, therefore, why black people come to Soweto this afternoon? They be Makishini. They come for Mkhulu. They come for your cow feet and cleaning up their cars. And they're asking for a discount for 80 rand. Clean up their car is 50 rand. I'm chan. Clean it up. I'm 40 rand. Then I take Amazon dog for another 40 rand. And he's happy. He has supported black business. Come with me on Thursday night. He's sitting in Senton with his friends. And he swipes 58,000 for Moyet, for wine, for whiskeys. And he won't ask for a discount. Instead, he'll give a tip of 2,500 to the waiter. But we need to look at the way we are spending economically. Because we are giving power to the beast that is destroying us. To come back, therefore, when an African supports European business, they are actually giving the fuel to the system that oppresses them.
Say that again.
When an African supports European businesses, they are empowering the same beast that will eat them and their children. I want us to argue that while you are looking at your libraries that are standing behind you, what are they saying about literature? And I'll ask also, what is my painting saying about literature? What are they saying about medicine? What is my painting behind my back saying about medicine? What are they saying about architecture? What are they saying about animal husbandry, agriculture, medicine? You will find that on a drawing that is on the Bushman wall, the entire science of the time is captured into that piece of art. It's an education center. One day you'll hear that Maponga J, the bishop, has lost his mind. Don't be surprised. I'll be sitting in a cave with a small little chair, with a painting behind my back, transmitting information from one generation to the next generation. And our fathers And our grandfathers, because they could not write, I hereby write, here is the story of. But they'll just draw on the wall of a group of people dancing around a fire with their swords and spears lying on the ground, with the moon that is shining on the sky, wild beasts that are running in the veldt. If you look at that picture, you may just have the SMS, the Facebook war. Before we had Facebook, our Facebook was on the rocks.
Sure.
Properly documented. And if we could stop and just go there and visit. Can I challenge just one person? Those who are into technology, who believe in paintings and paint. This wall is painted cream and white. Beautiful. But every 3 years, 4 years, you must be coming back to paint it again. What if I can shock you that those paintings are hundreds of thousands years old? Through the sun, through the wind, through the rain, the painting still holds. So what do we lose to cut a piece of that rock and take it to the laboratory and find out what are the active ingredients of this painting? And then take the science of the paint and produce it into paint. Maybe we may just paint our house once every 10,000 years. I think this is logical. This is like the simplest I can be on common sense. If you can't get it there, go and ask for a school fees back from your teacher. Because this stands as an emblem of history. That through thick and thin, through weather patterns and changes, that painting still remains as fresh as the day it was printed. And those roots are nearby. Those bloods are nearby to make that paint. So this is just one aspect. I'm not talking about indigenous medicine that are lying in the shops and on the streets. And we walk past them quickly, lest we contact evil spirits. On our way to the chemist to buy the same chemicals that are now put in plastic test tubes as capsules. I grew up in the village. I don't apologize for that, and I'm actually thankful to the universe for giving me that opportunity to grow up in the village, where when a woman is pregnant at 4 months or so, I saw my uncle's wives from town. Remember, I was in the bush. So Malumo metisile dolopeni ke. And a few months, weeks later, we see Umakoti Afigendli with a small little tummy. But she must come and deliver at home. Wow. It was a nice time because she never came alone. She usually came with a goat or she came with a sheep, which was supposed to be killed when she arrived. So we knew there was lots of meat to eat. For the next couple of weeks, we will be reducing our rabbit diet to a more interesting diet of meats and etc. To say the least, I remember my grandmother. Remember, I'm growing in a Christian family. So I'll move between two realms so that you can experience me fully. I don't want you to experience me only as an astute, academically trained, young, kitchen, modern young man. I come with an ancient spirit. So we'll be sent by grandmother, go to that bush there, go cut this tree, bring firewood, don't bring this tree, bring that one, don't bring that one, there's too much smoke, bring this one. They all stack around that. I was too young, I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years old. And we would just obey what our grandmothers were telling us, so bring everything else, and you do it. And it would go very nice. And then the house where she was staying, was always this fire that was kept there. And so that the womb would be kept warm. Our modern girls dress up in vests, stomach out, running the streets, and they make their wombs freezers for bringing up the next generation. Many of these children grow up with syndromes. If they are not physically impaired, they are psychologically impaired because they actually grew up in a cold place and they were shrinking, trying to survive. Bexal, we don't have human beings, we have surviving species. In the traditional space, they would make this fire in this room would be warm throughout the next 6 months. The fire would not die at the place where this woman was sitting. She would only go out for the toilets and etc. And she sat down. Put semicolon there, I'm coming back. When modern women come into the environment of business, we don't want other men in the business environment. We want women to come into the business environment as directors and chairmen. Bring the women issues up front, that our women cannot be serving business when they are on maternity. Sweden and some Norwegian countries have already picked up a 1-year maternity leave, where women are removed from work and they're looking after the new species that will come into existence. So we don't want you in ties and jackets storming our business boardrooms, that you are the go-getter woman. No, please start restoring the sanity amidst the men's madness and restore the issues of women. Particularly, I want to start number one, particularly on the issue of child upbringing and pregnancy issues.